Howdy y'all, it's Kate from The Lifestyle Lady, and today I have a special guest, Little Elle. Say hello.
Hello.
Do you know, they always say don't work with animals and children, but we're going to see how this goes because today's video is about toddler summer favourites, and they're things that she and I have used all summer. She's helped me pick out, and so we're going to have a go. She may not make the whole video, but let's see how we do. Let's talk about the things you've liked this summer. Okay, so Little Elle's lost interest already, her concentration onto playing toys, far more important. But I wanted to go through some of the things that we've used this summer that have been really useful, and I would recommend purchasing if you've got a toddler. So there's a few things to go through, so let's crack on. Most of them are obviously summer related, and the first thing I wanted to pick out, which will be in the kind of adult summer favourites that I've also done, but this is easy for children's wrists, is these Mosquito repellent bracelets. Now I don't want to open them up because they have to stay in the sealed pack, but they're like small bracelets, and Little Elle does like to take them off, but if I put them around her ankles or put them in her hair like a hair tie on top of an elastic, they work really well. Living here in Texas, where Zika is a possible threat and a concerning threat in the heat, I've tried wherever I can to take precautions, and I found these really useful. And if you watch one of my other videos about adult favourites, I talk a bit more about them. But I got these off Amazon. They're small enough for children's wrists. They come in a multitude of colours. They're pretty good value. I think this pack probably cost me $8 or $9. They're on Amazon Prime. If you are living in an area where mosquitoes are a problem, these are a great investment. Plus I think they last 10 days, so one lasts 10 days. So I've had a few on, and I just, as I said, tie them in her hair. Talking about hair, the next thing to recommend probably was because we're spending so much time in and out of the pool. Little Elle has quite thick hair, like her mother, and curly hair. The chlorine obviously affects the curls, so as much as I can, I'm trying to treat her hair and then look after it. So one of the things I've really been using a lot of, which I use all year, so this is not a summer specific, but I've been using it more this summer, is the sheer moisturizing detangler. And you can see, because I'm so unprofessional, that there was a hair attached. But it contains coconut oil, hibiscus flower, and some elm extract, and it's really an extra moisturizing detangler for kids, for thick, wavy and unruly hair. And it really helps because she doesn't like having her hair brushed through when it's been in the pool a lot. It just makes it matte at the ends, and this has really helped. So I bought this in Target. I think you can get it on Amazon, you can get it in Walgreens, all good chemists, and I'm sure you can get something very similar if you're not living in the US. But it's a great thing that's worth investigating into. The next thing I wanted to talk about, again, are not hugely summer specific, but I find that we're out more in the summer at restaurants and things like that, and these little, this one's specific because of Finding Dory, which we took her to see. These I call them dollar packs. They call them grab and goes. You can get them all across the world. They're basically small. It contains some stickers, a little colouring pad, and four crayons. They're super duper. They're great for restaurants, waiting rooms, in the car. You know, for $1, she just uses it, scribbles all over it. I can just bend them, but it saves it constantly being iPad and iPhones, which I'm trying to avoid as much as possible when I can. So they do a variety of cartoons, whatever your kid, boy or girl, whatever they're into. Minnie Mouse. They're doing a new Daniel Tiger one, which I recently picked up, which Little Elle loves. There's so many different choices. So if you're looking for something to entertain your kid during a restaurant or entertain them any time that you need something light, they fit in your purse, these are a go-to. I'm trying to keep the speed up because there's a few things to go through. The next thing, talking about earlier about hair and how it detangles, when you're in and out of the sunshine and you're in and out of the water all the time, your skin gets dry. One thing I found for her that I've really liked is the Body Shop. You know I'm a fan of the Body Shop, but I've really liked their body butters for her this year. Now she's almost 3. I found that some of the kind of the babyer products, they call them baby toddler products, they're just not helping the dehydration in her skin. And so I found that the body butters by Body Shop have been fantastic. This is my 3rd pot for her this summer. And I really like this Moringa fragrance. It's just light and feminine, and these are great. Again, Body Shop online, they do great deals. You can buy them in a fairly good, when you get a good deal, you can get them in bulk. I think they also sell them at Ulta or Target. I know in the UK, obviously, they have far more Body Shops, but I think these are international, and they're well worth looking at. The next thing, sorry I keep turning because I keep trying to grab things. Next is a lot of swimwear, because we're spending a lot of time swimming because there's not much else to do in this blinking heat. Anyway, this is the first year I've bought these natives, and I have to tell you, I've been so pleased with them. I don't know, maybe it was just my daft stupidity, but I used to think that this would draw their feet and make them smelly, but they don't. They're really great. They've been on her feet with dresses, with shorts, all the time. She loves them. What else I really love about them are several things. She's learning to put her shoes on for herself. These have no buckles, they have no laces, they're great. Second reason I love them is that they can be scrubbed down. I know some people say they put them in the dishwasher. Don't take me for verbatim on that, but I haven't done it. I just scrub them in the laundry sink. But they come up as good as new. They come in a variety of colours, pink obviously, because little Elle and I love pink, but boy, girl, they're great. And we'll definitely be getting a pair next year. So they're a hit. They're well worth the price tag. Another thing I wanted to point out that somebody had commented on that I'd purchased was, I don't know if I can show this particularly well, I'm conscious of time, is a poncho towel. Now this is great because it simply slips over her head with a hood. She hasn't got to put her arms through anything. It keeps her dry. She's not dropping it all the time. I purchased for her a beach towel with Peppa Pig. Of course I did, because she's obsessed with Peppa Pig, which Toddler is not. But she sort of drops it and it gets on the floor, and it goes on the floor. But this is super duper because it goes over the head. It's nice and big and roomy. It keeps her dry, and it's super. I purchased this from one of my favourite stores for toddlers, Jojo Maman Bébé, and they are based in the UK, but they have an international website. I will link it below. I urge you to have a look at them. I had one of these before, which was a gift, which gave me the idea, and she wore that to death, and I washed it to death. And this one's following suit, so I shall certainly be trying to purchase one for next summer. They're brilliant. Next on the list is this. If you don't know what one of these are and you have a water-obsessed toddler, these are a lifesaver, literally. I mean, little Elle's been doing swimming lessons now for, we've got to be pushing 2 years. She's really doing quite well with swimming, but when you live in Texas or live in a warm climate, or you live in an area where lots of your friends have pools or there's swimming pools around a lot, which is the situation we find ourselves in, you can never, ever, ever, as far as I'm concerned, have enough safety precautions. And these are the paddle jumpers. I will add a link to them. They come in a variety of colours. They come in a variety of styles in terms of like patterns. So this is quite a feminine one, but they do navy, they do blue, they do all kinds of things. And you can get them on Amazon, you can get them at Target, you can get them at Walmart, you can get them probably all sorts. I highly, highly, highly recommend them. She's not allowed outside near the pool without them on, and she's really good at knowing that. I've even suggested them to a few friends, and I think they've really loved them. People who've tried other things and have regretted it and then purchased these, I think they vary between the $20 to $30 mark, and it'll be the best $20 to $30 you have spent, because it keeps them buoyant. And what I love most about the paddle jumpers is that it keeps them in the swimming position, so it's not contradictory to what they're learning if they're doing swimming lessons. It pulls them forward so they're in a stroke position, rather than like in a life jacket where they're just buoyant like that. So she loves these, she wears them to death. Is the second one, because the first one we still have, which is by our pool, looks like it's been worn to death, and she loves them. So please, this is such an important safety item, and if you don't have one and you're thinking about purchasing them and you weren't sure, this is a must. I think they're even approved, and I don't want to say by whom, but I think on the label it did say that they've been approved by some swimming device. If I find out what that is, I will write it down, but they're a must. I must crack on. Next thing swimming related that I've loved is this sweet little kimono that I picked up, a pool cover up kimono thing that I picked up from Target. Super sweet. Target's the best. What I really love about it is it's in a swimming kind of costume fabric, which means it sucks up the water. This has been worn to death. So another absolute hit. She loves it. She lives in this and her natives all the time. Moving on again to swimming, living in a hot climate, important things is this. I call them a pool cover-up. I know they have a professional name. I didn't look it up. I'm bad. But I have loved these because they're long and they keep her covered up, and they, number one, they've helped with Zika to stop her getting bitten, and number two, and most importantly as well, is it's helped prevent sunburn or exposure to the sun. And, you know, if you're anything like me, it's very, very difficult to make sure your toddler is totally covered in suntan constantly because they wriggle around, they never keep still. So this has been brilliant. So it means mainly I have to concentrate on her legs and her face and her neck, but this has been good. I bought this one from Land's End. I know Gap do them. I know loads of stores do them. I recommend them highly. This has been washed to death and it's still holding up. So I love these. Another thing I wanted to talk about with the favourites, I told you there was a lot. Little Elle is beginning to love, well, she's always loved books, but it's been very much reliant on us reading to her. I've noticed in the last few weeks that she's going to her little bookcase and starting to pull things out and sit quietly and look at them herself. And one of the books she keeps pulling out is this one, and it's not necessarily about the story that she likes. It's one of these recorder story, and if you're in a situation like me where your family and your friends, and not just your friends, but predominantly your family live 5,000 miles away, repetition of voice and for her to have that familiarity is great. So these recorder stories, which I think you can get, again, you can get from Amazon and lots of other retailers, a recorded story. This one's recorded by her uncle. And I noticed that she's opening it up, she's listening to the voice, and she's following, trying to look at the words and hear the voice. So these are really great if your toddler is learning to read or showing an interest in reading. These are also a really great gift if you've got a friend or a grandchild or a niece or a nephew or a goddaughter who lives far away or not close by. These are a great gift to record a story and send it over so that at night time they can listen to your voice and listen to you reading to them. They're also another great gift if you're a mother or a father who travels a lot on business, and you could record a story and they can feel like they're part of the bedtime routine. I highly, highly recommend them. Again, I mean, they're $10, but the memories are great, so I recommend those. Another quick thing we're running through, so we're doing quite well, is these. Again, from my store, Jojon Maman Bébé. I don't know if you can see. What I love about this is it's not just it's a cute skirt, but underneath they have little cycling shorts, which I'm not sure are coming up on this camera. What I love about this skort, I think the Americans call them, is that my little one loves skirts and dresses, but it's not so feminine and polite when you're in the park and woof, up goes the dress. So this keeps her kind of covered up, contains her modesty, but still means she can be feminine and girly. And these have been great. They wash fantastic, and she's really loved them, and I've really liked it. And I think this is the final item on the list. It's the biggest one. This, if you can see this, yes, it's pink again. This is the Oxxo booster chair, and this has been fantastic for us where our little Elle is growing out of a high chair, but she's not quite ready to sit in the booth. Some restaurants don't contain booster seats, and this is so handy because it's small and light that you can just keep it in the car, grab it, take it to restaurants. Even on the floor in the park at a picnic, she can sit in it, whatever. Even as a kind of like booster chair in your dining chair, kitchen table, whatever your thing. It's easy to wipe. So this isn't too badly untidy. The seat removes so you can give it a proper good wash. I mean, it's the high quality that you expect from Oxxo. It's excellent, it's functional. I've been really impressed and it's been really useful. So this is another must. So that's it for summer favourites for little Elle, for toddlers. Do you have anything that you recommend that I've missed out, that you've loved this summer, that you think, oh yeah, she'd love that, or give this a try? I hope these have been useful. If you want to let me know, if you want to get in contact because you want more information on something in particular, I can help you with that. But these have kind of been the key items that I've found I'm reaching for day after day after day. So they've helped us through a hot summer, which is continuing because we're still in the flux of the heat of the summer here in Texas. But these things are making it a little easier. So I hope you found the video useful. I hope that helped if you're a mum or you don't know what to buy or a gift for some toddler. Good to talk to you. Take care of yourselves. Ta-da for now.